I have cut down my coffee to 1 a day. I used to do 3 or 4 a day. So 1, maybe 2 is a big improvement. Progress, not perfection. Firstly, I'd like to say thanks for the great responses to the last video. Really, really well thought out comments. Great experience in the comment section talking about their points of view. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we shouldn't sensibly look at red flags. I'm saying once we've sensibly looked at them and we pay attention to them, that we do our best to consciously stay positive and pick great choices to go forward with. Not just defensively, watching the world go by. I'm particularly talking about guys who say want to have kids and want to have families and want to go more the traditional route. And if that's you, I mean, it's not me, but if that's you, who am I to tell you to be safely miserable your whole life when you really want to do something else? To me, it's just ridiculous. And I know there's a minority of people, and they're probably really not the core audience of my channel. I know that. I know the majority of you guys are pretty cool, and you know where my point of view resides on these things. I'm saying be sensible with your boundaries and the people you let in your life, but also know who you are and what you want. And if you really see happiness in a certain direction, and like say for instance with women and dating out there, the environment is a lot more dangerous than it was for our grandparents, because now there's no social norms that we can take that first step. Back with our grandparents, the social etiquette between men and women was almost, that social etiquette chaperoned you when you went on a date. So both of you abided by a set of rules at the beginning as blank canvases of a male and a female going to meet in terms of how you respect each other, how you saw yourself, your role as a woman, your role as a man, how you'd respect the woman, how a woman would respect the man. Now there's very little respect between both. And for a long time now, women have been pushing independence so hard to the point of really not liking men much. And men now have caught up. You can actually see how men have walked away from women. And I'm not saying for a lot of those men that they shouldn't. A lot of women's attitude out there is atrocious for no reason at all. They've grown up convinced by the marketing out there that they should dislike, mistrust their fathers, their brothers, the male people in their life who have shown nothing but compassion and safety and care for them. The point I want to make, let's get back to the point of the last video, is I'm saying I believe in looking at red flags, protecting yourself, having your boundaries, not just in terms of the general women that you know are and are not for you. Why is it so dark? But also to know yourself to the degree to which you will take a certain calculated risk going forward, because the payoffs is what you want in life. I'm talking again about those guys who would dearly like a family. And look, hey, that's not me, but if it's you, I completely understand. The meaning that people find in their lives, the meaning that you ascribe to really wake up for and look forward to and motivate you in life, to work for, to go to your job for, to save for, to build a life for, it may not be my life. You may want that more traditional life. You may not want either of those. You may just want to be a monk on your own, and fine. I'm not saying to disregard red flags. Red flags are the first step of creating solid boundaries. That is fantastic, and I advocate that. That is the very first step of being sensible, practical, and logical about taking care of yourself so similar things don't ruin you again potentially in the future. But I'm saying after that point where you've got a solid base of, okay, I'm back to where I was. I feel good. My life is great. It's organized. This life is mine again. I've got my boundaries. Now there's things I want. The things you want, most likely you won't get most of them in complete safety. You need to take calculated risks forward. Again, I'm saying calculated, eyes open, and not reckless. This is jumping out of a plane experienced with a well-packed parachute by a professional, not jumping out of a plane without a parachute and hoping you can make a parachute on the way down. I'm saying be sensible with these things. And I think the majority of my subs on my channel know this, but I know there's a few guys that just look at the title, are ready to see what they want to see because of what they've been through, and I sympathize, but really try and see the point of what I'm saying. Have your base that protects everything, and then take steps forward where you're not going to be ruined if that's what you want, because you will live a grey, miserable life in complete safety, not engaging with the world and getting the things you want. For some of you guys, you might think I'm talking baloney, right? But once you get past midlife and you start to see what's important to you, and you start to see what you've been ignoring. You know, your body reminds you with your health if you've actually been ignoring your health. Your mind and your morals and routines and ethics in your life remind you in a metaphysical sort of mental way, where I am still living the life of a 20-something-year-old and I'm in my 30s or 40s. You need to be honest with yourself to kind of go like, I need to adjust. And it's a bit scary because it's out of my comfort zone. I did a video of that a couple of weeks ago, link here. But I think it's essential for us to have the best lives we can as guys, to not be reckless, but to be honest about being sometimes too careful, a lot of times just plain lazy, and then creating these kind of excuses in our head why, oh no, but I'm being smart. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm saying no. Constantly saying no and never saying yes to anything in your life. For me, my life is the most important thing, where I really am grateful for everything in my life. The security of my life, my family, my friends, the autonomy I have. I'm really grateful for all of that sort of stuff. And I do my best not to let any pretty stranger ever ruin it again, because of the experience I've had for where I just kind of went on my hormones and I picked someone agreeable that I got along with that was pretty. And that was it. That's not a good way for anything to last. Remember, the easy way is to pick someone who you find physically attractive. That's easy, right? Find someone also, if you want to be with women. If you don't, I'm not telling you what to do again. Jeez, I'm already picturing some people commenting. Find someone you find mentally attractive, you can talk to. And the third one, the hardest one, and I would suggest look for this initially on the first date or so, as subtext or through conversation. Do you have the same values? Do you want the same things out of life? Physically attracted, mentally attracted, you want the same things out of life. Your virtues, your values. You're on the same page. That third thing, the values. Are you both introverts in the same or similar way? Do you want the same things in life? Are you both homebodies? Just, do you want kids? Do you not want kids? Are you religious? Are you not religious? Is your lifestyle more of a traveler and the other person's not? Just a lot of very practical, ethical, virtuous things in life that just kind of, you can't compromise on. Otherwise, one person's always pulling the other person in their direction and the other one as well. But back to the main topic, I'm not saying that red flags do not matter. They matter totally at the start. Nothing else matters. Make yourself good by defending yourself against what you don't want anymore and having the self-respect to create boundaries, and you won't be taken advantage of anymore. But once you've done that, you've got the security to go forward and take small calculated risks to increase that comfort zone of yours. Because complete safety is a comfort zone. A few videos ago, I talked about the danger of the comfort zone. I highly recommend you look at that. Now you take calculated risk going forward to increase your comfort zone without taking anything away from the comfort and security that you've actually made. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I know most of you do, but I just wanted to clarify it because I think it's important, because a lot of people just went on their knee-jerk reaction. Whenever they hear certain words, they think, oh, so what you're saying, human, is blah, blah, blah. I'm not. A lot of people will see what they want to see. I said what I said. If you look at my last video, why I'm tired of red flags, it's because while they are important, especially at the start, to get a really grounded base of who you are and what you won't tolerate anymore. So I hope this video was a nice clarification for some of you out there. And I'll catch you on the next video, and I'll catch you in the stream tomorrow morning. Bye, guys. Have a good day.